In today's society, there is a major lack of privacy around the world. It seems as if there is no true way for one to have complete privacy in today's society due to a constant monitoring via social media and basic forms of communication, such as texting and calling on the phone. Just about everything is documented using some form of technology. The lack of privacy can be displayed through the airline company JetBlue, who recently tested out a new facial recognition technology in Boston. JetBlue began testing their new technology without the knowledge of consumers.
See, when you have global reentry coming back into the U.S. Or the global entry program through the customs team, basically you're standing in front of a camera. It will take a picture of you. Facial recognition then is matched up with your passport. And JetBlue is going to be trying this out starting next month in Boston. Now, it's only going to be on a select number of flights. These are flights that are going down to Aruba because obviously you'll need a passport to board that flight. Therefore, they can test the service, match up the photo that you take there with the photo in your passport. As you take a look at shares of JetBlue, keep in mind that this facial recognition technology, we're going to be seeing this from more airlines in different ways. A good example of that, Delta, also starting next month with a pilot program using facial recognition to test people dropping off bags, picking up bags in Minneapolis. The idea is similar to what we're seeing with JetBlue. Instead of having to worry about whether or not you have a piece of paper or a particular tag, you can then go to the machine. It'll instantly coordinate your picture with your passport. Therefore, you'll be able to pick up your bags. As you take a look at shares of Delta, the airlines, all of them right now, investing heavily in this type of technology. And what we're seeing, guys, this is just the beginning. We're going to see more of this in more unique ways. Won't be widespread, at least not for a while, but you'll see these targeted tests, and JetBlue and Delta being two examples of that coming up next month.
Consumers were not happy when they found out about the new technology. Some took to Twitter to express their dismay for the technology, where it was compared to an episode of a fictional TV show on Netflix called Black Mirror, which explores the chilling possibilities of a modern world developing in technology. Critics of the facial recognition were upset about the lack of privacy and the ease that the company JetBlue had in accessing their personal data, especially without permission. What made this situation so upsetting for one consumer in particular is that the information was provided by the Homeland Security Department. According to the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, privacy is the quality or state of being apart from a company or observation, or freedom from unauthorized intrusion, or one's right to privacy. The lack of privacy poses a knowledge issue because everyone should have the right to privacy. By losing privacy, information about a person is given up and the person is turned into a target for unwanted advertisements, research, and in extreme but common cases, identity theft. A lack of privacy causes potential harm to consumers. Social media platforms are also a major concern in the talk of privacy. Platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter, and more commonly ask users for personal information that can be displayed for everyone to see. Although these sites offer a privacy mode to users, there is no way to completely censor who views the information that is shared. When these sites fail in upholding their security properly, it usually is a cost that consumers have to pay with the loss of their personal information. This can be evidenced through all of the problems that Facebook has seen concerning security and privacy in the past few years.
Tonight, embattled Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg finally speaking out on Facebook, saying we have a responsibility to protect your data, and if we can't, then we don't deserve to serve you. Adding, we also made mistakes. There's more to do, and we need to step up and do it. Zuckerberg acknowledging a breach of trust between Facebook and the people who share their data with us and expect us to protect it. We need to fix that. He admits Facebook knew that Cambridge Analytica had inappropriately obtained information on 50 million users, but took them at their word that they had deleted it. He promises Facebook will audit any app with suspicious activity and ban them and tell everyone affected if they misused personal information. Facebook will also reduce the amount of data made available to other companies to just your name, profile photo, and email. And show everyone a tool at the top of your newsfeed with the apps you've used and an easy way to revoke those apps' permissions to your data.
Facebook has traditionally had these scandals break and then waited until they figured out what they're going to do before they've responded.
Zuckerberg's response comes as his company faces 2 new class action lawsuits. One from users accusing Facebook of absolute disregard amid the unauthorized collection of personal information through Cambridge Analytica. And another from investors for materially false and misleading statements that led to a $50 billion decline in company stock earlier this week. As Zuckerberg tries to do damage control, some users are fleeing. WhatsApp co-founder Brian Acton, who sold the messaging service to Facebook for $16 billion 4 years ago, also walking away, saying it's time, #delete Facebook. But fully deleting your Facebook account is not so easy. Facebook requires users to submit a request using a computer, and it can take up to 90 days for your profile to be deleted. Facebook employees inside headquarters behind me tell me the mood has been disillusioned and somber. Some take great responsibility in protecting your personal data. And one person says that Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg's statement today is incomplete.
The issue of privacy loss is global. In the U.S. in particular, everything is monitored, whether it be by a private company or by the government.
President Obama has acknowledged the existence of a pair of highly classified surveillance programs to combat terrorism. The National Security Agency and FBI have been amassing a vast trove of communications data that was, until just recently, undisclosed to the public. One part is the phone call records of millions of Americans. A second is codenamed PRISM and involves the collection of communications via some of the largest tech companies in the U.S. How does PRISM work? The point of the $20 million program is to find the proverbial needle in the haystack using advanced data mapping technologies. As the former chief counsel to the House Intelligence Committee described it to the Wall Street Journal, the PRISM database is the haystack. The program, according to a document leaked to the Washington Post and The Guardian, taps into the central servers of Apple, YouTube, Skype, Facebook, Google, AOL, Paltalk, Yahoo, and Microsoft. All these companies deny granting the government direct backdoor access to their servers. The Obama administration says the program only targets foreigners. People outside the U.S. are some of the heaviest users of these company services. How does the government get access to this data? Agency officials must ask the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court to issue orders to the companies requiring them to share their data. The court was established in the late 1970s to guard against surveillance abuses. It has 11 U.S. District Court judges selected by the Chief Justice of the United States who serve staggering terms of up to 7 years. A single judge reviews a warrant application. Are these requests on the rise? Yes. In 2008, there were fewer than 25, but applications to the court have exploded in recent years, with over 200 last year. How many requests has the court denied? None. And now that the secret program has been made public, the FBI and Director of National Intelligence have ordered a damage assessment to find out if terror suspects are changing their ways as a result. That's the short answer.